Hello folks and welcome back. I'm out for another adventure and tonight is Summer Solstice and I'm in the Loch Lomond area and I'm going to be climbing, well, summit camp on the smallest Munro in Scotland. And just because it's the smallest Munro, it's far from the easiest. So I'm not going to do much filming until I'm up there, as I want to try and get the sunset. So I'm out with wee Kai tonight. A wee wingman. So I've just set off for the van there at 6 o'clock, which is a good thing for Kai because it's out of the heat of the day, it's when it's starting to cool down. So let's see what this adventure brings and I'll catch you further up. Cheers. Whew, well, it's El Scorcho, the right. Bloody sweat's dripping into my eyes and it's stinging. So if I spin you around, we'll get a first look at where we're going. So we're heading up the summit up here. I should be at the bottom of the ridge line in about 20 minutes, half an hour. That's me 15 minutes into the walk. And I think the weekend's drinking's sweating out me. So I was up in Dalwhinnie with the Black Rock Mountaineering Club, staying at the old school hostel at Dalwhinnie train station. Oh, it's a great hostel. It was a great weekend with good company. So when I got down the road, I thought I'd take good advantage of the good weather, and with it being summer solstice, why not? So just looking further up, there's a wee bit of sunshine on the path, and then the path goes over to the right into the shade, so I'm looking forward to getting into that. I'll give you a spin round. So over in that direction is a Glen loop, and just the peak over there is Ben Vane. Up that side is Ben Vane, and then just over there in between them is Loch Sloy, a big Loch Sloy dam. So we'll catch these further on again. Hi guys. Oh, I just spoke to a lady there. She asked me what summit I was going on, and then I told her. She asked me if I knew where the path was. Obviously. So I asked where she was going, and she was heading for that hill as well, but she got lost. She said her maps failed, which just goes to show you can't depend on technology. If you don't know where you're going, you should really have a map and compass. So she said she was all over the place there. So she's a foreign girl. But that's when people get caught out, and then you've got maybe the rescue to rely on. So on this adventure there won't be any rescues getting phoned, that's for sure. And if you watch my last video when I was down in Keswick, there was an unfortunate accident and we had to phone the mountain rescue. So maybe have a wee look at that. Right, so that's me just come off the Land Rover track. I've just hit the path for heading up the hill. There seems to be a few people walking off of Ben Vane, but I've not seen anybody coming off the one I'm on the now. Guy having a wee scratch. I've already pulled 6 ticks off him so far. So onwards and upwards. Stairway to hell. That's all worth it in the end, it is it? Right, I'll speak to you soon. Right, so I've just stopped here for a wee breather for 5 minutes. So that's looking over towards Loch Arcot, and then further behind that is the Glasgow water source, Loch Katrine, and looking on to Ben Vane, and then Ben Vane, whatever it's called. And you can maybe see Inversnaid Hotel, it lies on the shore of Loch Lomond. I worked in there years ago, and on my days off, this was my playground. So I was up these hills every other day, but I was a young buck then. Different story nowadays. But that was great times working up there. So over to my left there, I'm pretty sure that's Monroe's, myself and Robert for Moffat Mountaineering Adventures. We're camped on a couple of videos ago. Ben Oss and Ben Craig, which is over there. And I'll spin the camera around and I'll maybe show you it. Right, so just above Kai is looking down at the dam wall of the Sloy Dam. And up here is Ben Vane, and over here I'm sure is Stub Craig, and I'm sure that peak there is Ben Oss. I'm not sure, to be honest, but I'm sure it is. Okay, just having a wee break. He's chilling it. 13 years old, and I've had 13 good years on the hills with him. But he's starting to show his age now, isn't he, wee man? Eh? Isn't he, Kai? Are you showing your age? Are you? Yeah? You a good boy? Yep. Well, that's me reaching the summit, folks. (915 metres), Ben Vane. Oh, the views are stunning tonight. Total 360. Beautiful. So I'm just going to... There's plenty of wee spaces round about to camp. Let's just picking the right one. A good water source here for Kai as well. Right, I'll get back to you once I get the tent up. Right, so that's me set up, folks. So tonight I'm out with a QU Summit Star. I've just got the outer, I've not got the inner, so I'm just generally using it as a bivvy shelter if I need it. But the conditions tonight are absolutely perfect. There's no wind at all. And the bloody midges are out. They're out in force. But there's actually a wee tiny breeze just now, so it's not too bad. There's a tent there. That's the QU Summit Star one. It's not bad for a wee shelter. I've got these, this DAC pole, just for the inner, but it turns out my walking pole's just that wee fraction taller. So I've just used my walking pole to keep it upright. A wee guy chilling. I'll show you inside. Right, so QU Summit Star, one person. Just a basic wee ground mat, a bivvy bag, sleeping bags inside. Wee bit of food for Kai, protein yogurt, couple of sandwiches. Oh, what do you know? Jesus, somebody's left us again. But as I said, it's Summer Solstice. And the sun's just about to go down, I don't know, maybe another half hour or something. There's another couple of nice wee peaks over here. That's you looking over at Ben Vane. Over there, that's the cobbler. That's Ben Vane. So that, the ones I was pointing out earlier on, so that's Dub Craig over there. And then you've got Ben Oss in the middle, which I thought was Dub Craig, but it's Ben Oss. And the one to the left is Ben Louis. I don't know if you can see up in the distance, just to the left, you've got Ben Nevis. So it's a great wee spot up here. Loads of lockings about further down. I think he's a wee wander. But aye, it's a great night. I'm glad I came out. Excuse me. So that's the Sloy Dam. Looking over to Ben Vane. And round this side, as I said earlier, that's you looking down Loch Arklet. And then into Glasgow's waterfeed, Loch Katrine. And straight ahead is Ben Lomond. And there's Loch Lomond. There's plenty of vantage points up here. It's absolutely stunning. A nice wee breeze coming over for this side actually. Hopefully it just comes over the top of that wee loch, that wee puddle. The wee tarn. The wee Ben Vane tarn. There's a tent just poking through the middle there. A wee guy coming to see it. Bye. So that's me for the night. Get the sun down, and I'm not sure what time. Well, that's 10 to 10. 10 to 10? 10 to 10 just now. So for the car park to the summit, I was 2 hours and 3/4, and that was taking a couple of breaks. Oh, you carried in a number 2. Better get a bag out. Aye, so 2 hours 35 minutes, 2 hours and 3/4, and 3 fags. Hey you, come on. Well, look at that, that's beautiful. I'm not sure if that's the sun going down behind, what's the one out towards Oban? Oh God, what did I forget? Jesus, imagine forgetting that. Ben Cruachan, yeah, Ben Cruachan. So I think that's what the sun's going down behind. So the sun will only be down long tonight before it's back up again. So there you are. That was a wee walkabout. And there's a summit cairn. Right, I'll catch you later. Well folks, that's the sun just set. And it's time to chill out for the night. So, here's to you. Just having a wee soiree. So there's a lovely breeze coming over for the east. And it's keeping the midges at bay, so it's worked out class. So as you can see, I thought the sky was going to light up pink, but I think there's too much cloud. But a lovely night nonetheless. Me Kai's just away back over to the tent. He's so content. Anyway, I'm just going to sit and enjoy my bottle of wine with a view. And here's to Summer Solstice. So this is us with a view over to the Arrochar Alps. And Ben Vane translates to mountain in the middle, or the middle mountain. And I'm thinking that the reason that being is because you've got Ben Eam this side, and then you've got Ben Vorlich on this side. And Ben Vane's bang in the middle. But as I said, for it being the smallest Munro, it fair packs a punch. It's a fair slog coming up here. Very steep. Not too steep, but you gain height so quick. And as I said, that took me 2 hours and 3/4 to get up here. But for my standards, that was quick. Obviously with the backpack and stuff. Aye. So I think the weather's to slightly change in the morning. Not like kind of later on in the morning. I think there's like 50-60% chance of rain, whether it comes to anything. But I dare say I'll be up early and away off the mountain. So the car park meters down at the Inveruglis weren't taking card payments, so hopefully I go back and there's no a ticket on it. Something else to appeal. But here's hoping that the van's okay. But it was beautiful coming up. I mean, as soon as I started the walk, it was absolutely roasted. It was really hot, and the sweat was just dripping into my eyes, and it was stinging. So I'm glad I wore just a wee thin layer, nothing underneath it. But it was absolutely soaking. It's dried out now in the breeze, so that'll do me for walking off tomorrow. Probably stinking right enough, but I've got a base layer under this, so I might even walk off with the base layer and the waterproof if it's raining. But anyway, I'm gabbing a lot of crap here, so here's to these. Right guys, so that's 12:10. God, where's the night went? I got up here for what, 9:15. Made a couple of phone calls, one to the wife and one to my father, just to let them know that I was alright. It's always good to let people know, especially when you go out yourself. Good to let them know that you're fine. So I've done a wee bit of photography, and the way where the sun went down, the back of Ben Nevis looking north is just pure orangey red. The sky looked as if it's on fire. So I've took a couple of photos with my phone. Excuse me, carry over there. I've took a couple of photos with my phone, so hopefully it does it justice. I couldn't do it with my big camera because I've got a wide angle lens, so you can't zoom in. So I've used the phone. So hopefully they turn out, and I'll put them up at the end of the video. Aye, so I'm just going to finish off my wine and get a couple of hours sleep and try and get up for the sunset. If I get a sunset, because I think the weather's to kind of take a wee turn, like kind of mid-morning. But aye, this breeze is brilliant. It's been keeping the midges away all night. Aye. When I was putting the shelter up, they were bloody attacking me. And because I was all sweaty for walking up, they were just bloody sticking to me. But anyway, I'll stop rambling and I'll see you in the morning, guys. Good night. Well, good morning, folks. It's 4:30 and I've been awake for about half an hour now. So I'm just about to get up and see if there's anything happening with the sunrise. So it must have been about 1:30 when I fell asleep. So I've had a decent couple of hours sleep anyway. Don't usually sleep that good when I'm on camps anyway, so as long as I get a couple of hours I'm fine. So we guys had a peaceful night as well. So I'm just about to get up and see if there's anything happening with the sunrise. If there is a sunrise. Oh. It's looking pretty cloudy over to the east, so I don't think I'm going to get a sunrise. Oh, but the wind's still coming over for the east, so a wee bit of condensation on the tent, but it's not so bad. It's nowhere near as bad as what the Cross Peak one was. So that'll do me for a bivvy tent, so I'm quite happy with that. For the conditions I had last night, it was more or less the same as what I was out on Ben Vane with Robert. And the Cross Peak one was just like a bloody shower getting into your bed. A lot of condensation just falling onto your sleeping bag. But last night it was absolutely fine. So it just goes to show you. But anyway, I'll spin you around and show you the views. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy. Maybe walking. Good wee water source if you're thinking about coming up and camping up here. Probably need to filter it, because in fact you will need to filter it. There's a lot of fucking insects just running about the grass edges. And that's looking down into Loch Lomond, over to Ben Lomond. Over to Narney and Cobbler, Ben Vane. Looking back to the tent. That's looking over to Ben Crooken. That's looking over to Ben Louis, Ben Oss, Ben Dubcraig. A wee bit of light behind Ben Nevis, just to the left of Ben Louis there. And that's looking over to Ben Moore, Stabinian, Crook or Drain. And then that's looking over towards Ben Ann, Ben Vane, Carclet. And that's looking back down the path that I came up with yesterday, or last night. I don't think I'm going to get much of a sunrise today. But anyway, a good night was had. So I'm going to get 15 minutes or something. And I'm going to get packed up and get ready. And head off the hill. And hopefully I've not got a parking ticket. Right, I'll give you a wee shout once I'm packed up and ready to move. As always guys, leave no trace. If you're going to bring it up, have a decency to take it home. So there's a bit of cloud rolling in now, so I'm going to get off the hill. The time is 10 to 6. So hopefully a couple of hours done and that'll be me. Right, I'll catch you on further on this trail. Right folks, that's me down off the steep bit, and I've just hit the marshy bit at the bottom, so that's took me about an hour just to come down. And as predicted, the rain's just about to start, so I'm getting small specks just now, so the weather forecast was right for a change. So I'm not going to do any more bits to camera until I get back to the van, and then I'll sign off there. Right, speak to you soon. Right folks, that's me back at the van. So the time is 8:15. I just had a wee chat with the worker for the Lomond National Park about the parking. I told him I had issues last night about paying my card at the machine, so he said there's sometimes an issue with the signal and the Wi-Fi, so they can expect a wee donation. So I've left a couple of quid just at the meter. So it was a great wee night up in Ben Vane, and coming off it threatened to rain, but it never came to much. It was just a spit. Once I got the waterproof on, started heating up, so I just took it off. So it was just a wee spit. But anyway, if you've made it this far, congratulations. And if you want to leave a like and maybe leave a comment, And if you've not already subscribed, maybe think about hitting the subscribe button. And I'll see you on the next adventure. Cheers.